So here we go, boys and girls, here we go. We're edging closer to, of course, the start of the Copa America. And the past couple of days, we predicted the outcomes of the two groups. But who's going to be victorious at the end of it? I'll tell you next. Another prediction video today. We're taking a look at the Copa America knockout stages, boys and girls, and I'm going to tell you who's going to win the old championship this coming summer, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, where the heck have you been, boys? Smash your subscribe button, get your bang up to date all things Copa America, Bob and Rovers races. Whoa, football league, we're going to know here under one Ruski. Now, right, of course, we're going to be covering Copa America in more detail. These were my early door picks, which I should have made maybe about a month or so ago, but I didn't really get to it until now. Now, of course, we'll be covering the events. We'll be doing maybe some watch-alongs, match previews, match reviews, and we have a prediction league starting for the Copa America as well. This isn't the prediction league. This is just my early door vibe of what I think will go on in the knockout stages. Now, of course, big shout out to the VIPs. They are the patrons. Thank you for your continued support behind the scenes. If anyone else wants to join those illustrious band of men and women, check out that link down below, patreon.com/roverseas. Also, check out the links in the description. I'm on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and of course, you can catch me on all those platforms, as well as the Discord, which is on the screen right here, which is free to enter. It's a place where we can chat amongst the stuff like this. But anyway, let's get cracking and kind of go over a little bit what we've done in the past 2 days. We did take a look at the Group A and Group B, and of course, predict what we thought, or what I thought anyway, would go the 4 teams from each group will go through to the knockout stages. Now, I'm going to go over those, gloss them over here, quite here right now, to showcase what I did. Hopefully, there we go. Of course, I did have Argentina, Uruguay, Chile, and Paraguay going through Group A, of course, and out in Group B, Colombia, Brazil, Ecuador, and Venezuela going through, with Bolivia and Peru, unfortunately, knocking out. It is very, very tight, though, in Group B, Venezuela and Peru. It could go either way, goal difference and all this kind of stuff. So I did see a very, very difficult competition in Group B in regards to the team that did miss out. I also had a difficult sort of a prediction scheme, I guess, to see who would come out on top as group winners. It's very, very tight, just 1 goal in it. Of course, Argentina and Colombia are the hosts, and I do have them both going through as group winners in the grand scheme of things. So speaking of the grand scheme of things, this is the grand scheme of things. Of course, we're going to take those positions and put them in the respect to where they land in this bracket here, of course. So the winner of Group B, of course, was I think it was Colombia, and the winner of Group A was Argentina. So they will be separated in the respective spots, and then we're going to work our way through to the final. I don't think we're going to do the third place final. I can give you a verbal prediction. I didn't put it in the graphic, but anyway, let's get cracking and have a look at what I'm talking about. So these are your quarterfinals, whoosh, right here, right now. Of course, so we're going to start. Maybe I should put myself in the corner, in the middle here. Nobody puts Dirk in the middle or the corner. Where are we? Just make myself a little bit more out of the way. Right there, sliding across. So we're going to start off in the top left-hand corner. I do have who is that then? I always get mixed up between the Argentinian and the Uruguayan badge. That is Uruguay, of course, coming at you. This will be the runner-up of Group A up against the third place out in Group B, taking place in Cordoba. Is that Colombia? I think that is Cordoba. Sorry, Colombia on this bad boy. Taking place on the 2nd of July, of course. On this one, I do fancy it'll be a difficult encounter for the likes of Ecuador to get themselves anywhere closer to the knockout stage, like further into the knockout stage. I do anticipate a very, very lopsided this side of the draw for a lot of these teams, but I do anticipate Uruguay to go through on this one with a 2-0 win, maybe even more than that, 3-0, to get themselves safely through to the next stage, which of course will be the semi-finals. And joining them in the semi-finals will be either Argentina or Venezuela. That's right, of course. Argentina, the winners of Group A, taking on the 4th place team out in Group B. Of course, Venezuela just pipping Peru for that last spot. And again, if it was to be slightly little bit different, it will be even probably even more spicier quarterfinal. But again, Argentina with Messi, a lot on the line for Argentina. Of course, Messi would need this to kind of put him level on par once again in the international side of things anyway, with Cristiano Ronaldo. Of course, Ronaldo winning the Euros. Messi's failed to receive or failed to perform at any sort of realistic amazingness as a team anyway for Argentina. So I do see this as one of his final chances to be glorious in that occasion. They've always flattered to deceive. They've got the attacking numbers. Have they got what it is in defence? I do think they'll get past Venezuela quite comfortably again with a 2-0 win. Again, maybe more than that as well as we kick on forward. So 2-0 win for me for Argentina and Uruguay. Of course, both out of Group A. They will probably meet again, I think, in the semi-finals, of course. Next up, of course, on the other side of the bracket, it is Brazil. Now, I do have Brazil coming at you as the runners-up in Group B, taking on, of course, the third place out in Group A. They haven't played each other. Of course, this one will take place in the Pasco Guerrero, the Estadio Olímpico Pasco Guerrero in Cali, of course, and it will take place on the 3rd of July, just before, of course, the 4th of July celebrations, of course. So this one, again, Neymar trying flat to deceive. You, for the most part, I think 9 times out of 10, it will be Brazil on this, I think, occasion that will come out victorious. I, on the other hand, do see a surprise in these quarterfinals, and the surprise for me will be in this game. That's right. I think it will go the distance. That's right. I think it'll be level after 90 minutes. I think it'll be level after extra time. I think it will go to penalties, and I do think Chile will surprise us all with a 2-2 aggregate or penalty win in the end, and knocking out Neymar, knocking out Brazil, knocking out the favourites for the title. We'll have a look at the odds as well in a minute. In fact, maybe we can bring them up right here, right now. Well, fine. We'll go over the odds in just a second. Let's take a look at the final quarterfinal match between, of course, the other host, Colombia, up against Paraguay. Of course, got a soft spot for Paraguay. I'm not sure if Santa Cruz is going to be playing. I think he's on the cusp of retiring. I think he is retiring. I don't know if he's retired already. He might be back for this. We'll have to wait and see. But anyway, this match will take place at the Estadio El Campín in Bogota, over in Colombia, of course, and it'll be the 24th match of the tournament, taking place on the 3rd of July. Again, the winner of Group B, that's Colombia, up against 4th out in Group A, the team that just did enough to get through. I don't think this will be too much of a competition. I think Colombia will go through this one quite comfortably, 3-1 win, and be the biggest goal scorers of this round. We'll take a look at the bookies odds now, of course, right here, right now. Bolivia are the underdogs. They are 150 to 1. Ecuador are the second underdogs with 50 to 1, with Venezuela and Paraguay at 33 to 1 to lift the trophy. Peru 25 to 1. Of course, I don't even have them at this stage. Chile 12 to 1. They are the 5th favourites behind Uruguay, of course, at 8 to 1. We have Colombia at 5 to 1. Brazil are second favourites, believe it or not, behind Argentina, who are 7 to 4. Of course, so just to let you know about the odds. Let's take a look at the semi-finals then. Of course, with these results in mind, this will set up these semi-finals. That's right. Of course, a repeat of some group games. That's right. Of course, kicking off with the first one, which will be, I'm just trying to look at this. This will be, yeah, of course, match day number 20. This is the 25th match of the tournament, taking place in Buenos Aires. That's right. Of course, it is Uruguay up against Argentina, the hosts. I do think I think Argentina will have a longevity in this tournament. They might not be the best out of the group stages, and of course Uruguay will be stiff competition. I do anticipate a very, very tough game between these two sides, but ultimately I think it will be a 2-0 win for Uruguay, for Argentina. Again, the badges. A 2-0 win for Argentina on this one to go through to the final, to either take maybe on the other host or maybe on the surprise package so far. That is Chile, and that is of course match 26 of the tournament, taking place on the 6th of July. Of course, all eyes will be on this one over in Medellin in Colombia. Again, that home advantage could prove critical. And of course, Chile will be riding on the back of that the victory over second favourites, of course, Brazil. Taking place in Medellin, this one. 6th of July. Again, I do think the hosts will have a bit of an extra edge on this one with a 2-1 win over Chile to get themselves through to the final, with the likes, of course, Falcao leading the charge up against, an ageing Alexis Sanchez. They don't really have the spice in there. I think Chile will have that one bonus in them, and that one bonus will be against the Brazilian match. They'll falter at this stage, and of course give the advantage to maybe Colombia heading into the final. Of course, Chile's recent record in the competition is pretty good, winning a couple of them in finals against Argentina, where of course Messi's had the chance to have a bit of glory, but unfortunately he'll fail. Chile will fail on this slide. Of course, that'll set up, of course, the final, which will be between matey boys, the hosts, of course, Argentina and Colombia. I'm going to slide myself over here, get out of the way. A nice Brucey final, of course, that'll take place at the Barranquilla, and that'll be on the 10th of July. A match day 28th of the tournament, of course, taking place on the 10th of July. Meanwhile, before we get into this one, let's take a quick look at that the third place playoff between Chile and Uruguay. I think Uruguay will come out on top of that with a 2-0 win as well. I didn't really have a prediction for that, but I'll tell you that right here and now. So I think Chile will lose and become fourth, and Uruguay will become third. So into the final we go. It is the two hosts, of course, and of course all the pressure will be on Messi. But will he be able to step up to the plate on this one and get out the victory country. Of course, taking place in Barranquilla. I don't even know where that is. Where is Barranquilla? I believe it is in is it Colombia? It is in Colombia. So Colombia will probably have the home advantage on this one. And of course, the dual hosts in this. Hopefully, the fans base will be split to make it a better even competition. I do anticipate a very, very explosive final on this one, with Colombia fancying their chances, of course, in the home faithful up against Argentina, and of course Lionel Messi looking for that illustrious trophy, which will put him level on pegging with, of course, Cristiano Ronaldo. And then, of course, we can re-argue it once again about who is the best, both internationally and on the club level. For me on this one, though, I think Argentina will take this one. 3-2, goals galore on this one, 5-goal thriller, maybe a last-minute.com winner, and maybe, if we are the fairy tale writers that we want to be, of course, Lionel Messi getting the winner, of course. So that will leave Argentina as champions, and of course Lionel Messi will get his hands on that trophy. That's right, get in there, get it in your veins. What do you think about your predictions for, of course, the Copa America? Do you think Argentina will win it? Do you think Colombia will win it? Of course, do you go with Brazil, who of course probably everybody's favourite? For me, I'm a little bit, I don't like to see Brazil dominate the world football, whether it's Copa America or the world stage. They need to have a little bit of a backseat role for a few years. Of course, Argentina and Colombia and Brazil, multiple winners of the tournament. But yeah, for this time around, I think we'll finally get what we deserve. I mean, well, not we deserve, but Lionel Messi deserves. Of course, get his hands on that illustrious trophy at long last. That's it, my friends. Be sure to give the video some love and smash the old thumbs up, smash the old subscribe. We'll check out the links down below. I'm on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and of course Patreon as well. Make sure you check that badger out. Also, I'm on Discord as well. Make sure you check the Discord out. But yeah, what do you think? Do you think Argentina will do it? Do you think Brazil will do it? Let me know in the comment section down below. Until then, I'll see you soon for some more.